On a recent project, there was an intimate scene where the lady star wasn't wearing very much, kind of like a nightie and underwear in a bedroom scene, and we had to find a way to hide a microphone because on a wide scene we had a lot of dialogue. So what we ended up coming up with is what I'm going to show you today. We're going to be using one of Ursa's new sideways waist straps. This is in the small size. They have little tags, color-coded tags that show you what they are, so you can leave them rolled up and you can see at a glance. The other thing that we're going to use is the new fur circles that come along with a premium circle sticky. The premium sticky is only different in that it has a bit of foam layer in between. It's about 0.5 millimeter thick, and it just provides a little bit more muting and muffling of any kind of tape sticking, unsticking noise. So this comes in their new 9-pack, and it's currently in the beige color because that's gonna hide best underneath the sheer shirt. So here is our microphone. It's a Sanken COS-11D, and this is in beige. We're gonna start by applying the sticky to the microphone, so it's kind of preset, ready to go. I'm gonna peel off one side of the wax paper, and that's going to have the microphone go kind of right in the middle. Give it a nice firm push. And then I've got my fur right here that I'm going to apply kind of around the edges of it. A lot of people will say that the fur is unnecessary for indoors, but the fur itself actually does really good at minimizing clothing rustle. So if a shirt is brushing over the top of it, it mechanically cancels it out in a silent way. So if there's getting up from a chair or moving around or running up and down stairs, that will help to minimize any kind of brushing noise from fabric onto your mic. But if you don't mind dropping that down the top of your shirt, just gonna thread that through. The spot that we're gonna go for is right down here at the base end of the shear, because we wanna try and get as high up towards her voice as possible, but we don't wanna be visible. And this outfit is very tricky. Here with the microphone, we're gonna peel off the other side of the wax paper, so now it's sticky side exposed. I'm gonna ask, do you mind kind of pulling the top of your shirt down a little bit? Perfect. And we kind of made a mental note of where the shear ends, and it's right about there at the bottom of the cleavage area. We're just gonna push in a little bit. I'll ask you to give it a nice firm push as well yourself. So now the microphone is in place. Now we're gonna hide the transmitter. We're using a pretty small one. This is a A20 Mini made by Sound Devices. Fantastic transmitter. It's got nice rounded corners, so you can put it in various places on people, and it doesn't have any sharp edges to dig in. So on the sideways strap, we're gonna preset it by dropping it in. And it's got a nice little pouch here to kind of hang on to your antenna, so then if there's any bending around, it doesn't poke out and you see like a sharp corner underneath clothing. And with our microphone, we're going to connect that into the pack. I'm seeing levels, fantastic. And then I'm gonna tuck in the excess cable once we know how much is left over. So if you don't mind lifting at the bottom of the shirt, and we're gonna try and go as close to the bottom of the breast area as possible so that the shirt kind of hangs over top and it hides the shape. So if you wanna put your hand on either side of that and then rotate to spin the other direction, fantastic. Here, we're gonna attach the band, and it's gonna be nice and firm, but not too tight. How's that for tension?
Good.
That's good. And spin towards me a little bit. There you go. Now, this extra plastic Velcro that comes with the strap, you can use it as additional strength to hold the strap in place if you need, or you can put it, if you want to spin the face this way, you also can put it right across there to prevent the pack from falling out if that's a potential or in any way concern. So we're going to take the excess cable, wrap it up, and I'm going to tuck it into the antenna holder. Spin just a little bit more. There we go. It's going to go right in here, so that we're not adding too much mass in any one spot to then see a shape underneath the shirt. And just as an extra measure, I'm gonna add this plastic Velcro right there to contain where things are coming in and out of. Okay, so we can drop that down. If you wanna do a little 360, nice and slow, we don't see any shapes or anything kind of sticking out. And especially when you lift your arms, the little transition part from like the thicker material to the shear is hidden. We couldn't put it on the back because if you want to actually demonstrate that, if you lean over or pick anything up or like lean back against anything, you would see the shape almost immediately and also be very uncomfortable for the actor. For a quick sound check, we're going to have Lily just talk a little bit about cutting hair of mannequins.
If you are learning how to do kind of like these little side, I can't remember what they're called, this is terrible, I'm just training. The side bang kind of thing that comes in, the framing, the face framing, you pull it all the way over before you cut it. And if you're a novice like me and you step back and you think it doesn't look good enough and then you do it again, you might accidentally grab like, you know, a chunk of hair there, and then more chunks of hair. It ends up being that you've done like a frame all the way to the back of the head.
Hopefully some of this was helpful and gave you some ideas on where you could hide a microphone in tricky situations.